And we're back at it again, 716 Spotlight, of course, courtesy of Power 93.7, WBOK, the People Station. If you don't know, I can look at you guys now because I forgot we taped this too. If you don't know, it's your boy Still About Money. And I have a special guest today. All right, I've been working on his name all morning, all right? Taryn.
Yeah.
Taryn.
Yep.
She told me tearing it up. So now I'm just going to call it Taryn it every time I see her, right? And you're a singer from Buffalo, correct?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. Now, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Now, you're here because of your song
The One Thing I Regret.
And the one thing I regret is I didn't hear this sooner. All right, I love it. We're bonding because of the hair. I was telling Bill earlier, who's our camera guy behind the camera, that it's kind of like a female version of me. I feel like we're really bonding over here right now. Now, how long have you been singing?
I've been singing for a while. Like, I could always sing, but I had stage fright, and I was like, I can do this, but I'm scared. And then, I kind of broke out of my shell. I started, getting on stage, and then I was writing, and I was like, time to get in the studio, and I did, and then voila.
So what was the main thing that helped you get out of that stage fright? Is there something you could contribute that to?
It was kind of like, okay, see, The One Thing I Regret, I wrote it a while ago, but I never got to go to a studio to actually record it. I just did a little quick one in my room, and everybody's like, oh my God, I love this. And then people heard it, and they're like, oh, do you want to do a show? Because I've performed at the Trough before a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I've done shows at the Trough, and then that's how I started, being on stage. My first show, I was so nervous.
You shaking?
I was like, ooh, all these people, I'm looking at behind the curtain like, oh, there's a lot of people out there. But I did that show, and it was good. And ever since then, I've been doing more shows, and I just got used to it. And then I was like, I'm really good at writing, so I was like, So
you writing all this yourself?
Yeah, writing
now,
it
are
myself.
you on your Taylor Swift? Is it all from past relationships or experiences?
Not some of it is, but I try not to put all my negatives in the info in my music.
Business in the street.
Yeah, I try not to do that. But honestly, if I hear a beat that I like or instrumental that I really like, it just happens. I have my book and everything, and it just flows.
Now, how long is the process for that? Is it sometimes in 3 minutes, sometimes a couple days?
I wrote this song in 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I wrote it the same day. I wrote it in one day, and then I, like I said, I wrote it a while ago, and then I recently was like, let me get in the studio. It didn't take me long to write it at all.
So what's next for tearing it up? See, I did it again. What's next for you, my dear?
Well, now I'm working on an EP. So it's gonna be about, I'm thinking 6 songs. Be about 6 songs. I'm working on an EP and everything, and as soon as that's finished, I'm gonna make sure it's on all the streaming platforms and everything like that. So I really hope that.
What about visuals? Are we working on visuals?
Yeah, I'm working on a video. For The One Thing I Regret, I'm actually planning a video for that now. I haven't really decided where I want to do it yet. Video planning is really hard.
It is.
It's hard. It's really hard,
especially with Buffalo weather.
Yeah, and it's been winter. I kind of wanted it to be outside, and so I was like, I'm gonna just wait for the nice weather, the summertime, But I have my notes and everything, so that's all in the works,
That's so awesome. Which is another good thing that we've met now. Is I could be your body double.
You could.
If you got some stunts in there, something you don't quite want to do.
You're right.
Call your boy. Right. I got you. All right. Now, when did your family realize, wow, she could sing? We can actually get some money off of this.
My dad sings, and that's who I get it from. My mom's like arty, and then my dad is music arty. So, I get that from my dad. And like I said, I could always sing since I was little, but, it just took me breaking out of my shell. And then I started doing my shows, and then more people getting exposure. And more people are like, oh my gosh, she sounds so good. You want to do this show, And I'm like,
yeah.
I can't do all these shows. I did a show in Toronto, and that was really fun too. But my mom, she's both my parents, they're all really supportive. My stepmom, she's really supportive of me too. They're always like, oh, let me hear your songs. You sound great. My mom lives in Atlanta, so she has been letting her coworkers listen to the music. Yeah, so they're down there and they're like, oh my God, I love her. Let me know when she drops something else. So it's really good. And even on my social media, I have on Twitter, my Twitter followers are like, when are you dropping something new?
Yeah, I've been reading your responses.
Yeah.
It's hard these days to not get negative comments, and I haven't seen not one negative thing. So that's strange because we love to hate in this generation. That's what we do.
Yeah, but everybody even in my messages on Instagram and Snapchat, all this positive feedback, and it feels good, Feels great.
So this is the Judge-Free Zone, all right? We have all this great things we've been talking about. Now, what's the worst thing you ever happened to you on stage?
The worst thing that's ever happened to me on stage?
Judge-Free Zone.
Let me think. I never fell, so that's good.
Never fell? You never been booed?
Never fell. No, I never been booed.
I've been booed before. I've been booed by 2 big bone women. I still remember y'all too, all right? I remember y'all. It was just 2 of them. They sat right in the front. They booed me the whole time. It hurt my feelings a little bit, but you don't die, so you realize it's just life. It's a life you chose if you plan on getting on stage somewhere.
I haven't had like anything like horrible yet.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah, I had an outfit malfunction before. That's really probably the worst.
Not the Janet Jackson.
No, it was like my zipper. Like it was right before I was about to go on stage, and my zipper like. It was like halfway down my back, and I'm like, ooh.
So what you do? Like, you tape it?
I had to safety pin it. I had a safety pin. No, it wasn't. It was a paper clip. I had to paper clip it. Yep. I had a paper clip. I was like, nobody has a safety pin. It's a show, and nobody has a safety pin. So I had a paper clip in my car. So I made it work with the paper clip.
And we were talking.
No, we made it work.
MacGyver it with the paper clip.
Yes, I made it work. So
we were talking a little earlier. You're a student at Buff State, correct?
Yes.
And you're only 22 years old. So how do you balance, chasing this career as a singer, artist, and still going to school?
It's hard because I work too. So it's like I go to school, like every day. I really don't get home every day until like around 7 because I'm at work. Like I leave the house at 9. I don't really get home until like 7 o'clock every day. So and that's just school and work. So when I have to find time to do my music, I really try to do it on the weekends, or sometimes like I gotta suck it up and be up late at night.
Trying to chase that dream.
just vamping it at nighttime. Sundays I have off, so Sundays I try to do everything, and then it comes with like planning studio time, and you got to work around like the engineer's schedule and everything like that. So it can be hard, because there's times where he's like, okay, from this day, and I'm like, I can't. I got class and I got work.
It's a struggle.
It's hard,
but it's a struggle you're willing to take on the rest of your life.
It's a challenge I'm definitely willing, to take on, So nothing has ever really, held me back. And once I get my mind set to something, I'm gonna do it.
I like it, man. This energy I'm getting from you got me all hype. Feel like I can run 10 miles. So it's great to hear you and see you. That's our whole thing with Someone Say Spotlight. It's trying to bring attention to people that people might not have noticed yet. We have a lot of talent in the Queen City.
We do.
And it's a lot of sleeping talent where you might not know. And you're awesome, so I'm so glad we're able to bring you out here.
Thank
you. So for 2 weeks, you're going to be highlighted on our app, our website, all that good stuff. So tell the people what songs and why they should be listening to you.
The One Thing I Regret, and you should listen to it because I'm pretty sure that everybody who listens to it can relate to it, like it's not even exactly about like a breakup song. It's about, somebody passing away. That's what kind of inspired me for, like somebody passed away, and it's just like, they say they give people flowers while they can still smell them, and they say that, and it's just like, appreciate your friends and your family, and make sure you tell them that you do love them. It's not always about like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's about, your family, your close friends. It's a blessing to have people like that in your life.
I like that. You ain't gonna make me cry on the radio. She ain't gonna make me cry, Bill. Again, Taryn, I'm so glad that you came out here. I said it right there.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so for 2 weeks, it's all about you on the Power 93.7 WBOK. It's your boy Still About Money. You know the still. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Mama on the radio.